Okay, so this is the Reyes Exercise 1, this part here, and I'm going to make it in SolidWorks. And here it is finished, but I will start from scratch. Okay, so starting from scratch, parts new, sketch. In this case, there's a hole in the center, so I'm going to start with center circle or center rectangle. I can add that circle right now if I'd like. Smart dimension. This is 5, 5, 5. And 1.5 inch. And the distance is 0.375. There's feature 1, sketch 1. Sketch and feature. Now I'm going to add those two projecting elements coming out of the top of that. And this time I will use, it doesn't make sense to use the center rectangle for this, so I'm going to use the corner rectangle. I have to choose a plane. I will choose this plane. Start in the corner. And smart dimension. I could add some relations to this, but it's just as easy, since it's only a couple of dimensions, to dimension all four. Fully defined. We want all of our sketches to be fully defined before we continue. Feature, extrude. Let's see, that needs to go 2.5. And now I'm going to add the fillet. I could have added the fillet on the sketch. I like adding the fillet here. And this fillet is a 1 inch fillet. Here, check mark. So now I have 2 sketches and really 3 features, the fillet being one of the features. One more feature, and that's the whole wizard. In this case, it is calling for a 1/2 inch by 20 ANSI threaded hole, which is the default depth, it says. So this is the trickiest part of the whole wizard, is getting the right hole. Okay. In this case, we're going to use a tapped hole and a bottom tapped hole. Lots of choices here, but it tells us they want a 1/2 20. Okay, once we have the whole correct hole, lots of options here. A few things you want to be careful of is if my cursor is, say, over that and I just roll my mouse, it switches. So you really want to double check. You can see I'm just accidentally slightly touching my mouse and it modifies this. So we want to make sure we have the right one. Okay. Then we go to position. Position is relatively simple when you understand it. The first is choose the face. If I chose here, it would put the hole on this face. If I chose here, it would put the hole on this face. I want it to be on this face. I could add it anywhere on this face and then go right up here to Smart Dimension and dimension it. But in this case, it is the center of that arc. So if I hover over the arc before I click, it shows me that the center, and I can snap it to that. And I can do the same thing over here. I could place it right here if I clicked, but I really want it on the center of that arc. So I hover over the arc. And now I check mark. And one last thing, and that is to get the right material, AISI 1020. Right click. It's not on our short list here, so we can edit material. And that is a steel. Here it is here, AISI 1020. Apply. Close that. Here it is the right material. I think I did all the sketches right. They were all fully defined. And now we can check the mass. Mass and evaluate as properties. 8.58 pounds. Submit that and we're good to go.